Bagel.
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 A bagel.
Bagel.
A bagel. A bagel. A bagel.
A bagel.
A bagel. 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 A bagel. Bagel. A bagel. A bagel. Bagel. Bagel.
And then I'm going to cover this, and we got to let this go for 2 hours. So the question is, what are we going to do for 2 hours? Maybe we can find something musical to do. Ian, I think it's time for a random music moment. So, in our random music moment where you're sitting behind my drum set, what are you going to share with our amazing, beautiful audience?
Well, let's talk about the paradiddle, the beloved rudiment that darn near everyone has heard about, talked about, heard of from somewhere, and probably the reason for it is that, one reason, number one, it's eminently useful just in terms of what you're going to do in terms of playing real music for actual real people. You can really do a lot of interesting stuff with it.
Yeah, like
So-
you're getting all funky on us.
Right. So, and yet, what it is right, left, left, just over and over again, and yet it's powerful also because single strokes are
Which is that alternating.
just
Yeah.
right, left, one stroke on each hand over and over again, nice and boring, but harder than it seems. And doubles, the two on each hand.
Right,
So-
left, right, left. You could even say the word double in there, right? Double, like.
Right, so paradiddle combines singles and doubles. That's the other reason why it's so powerful. So, just without an accent. Right, left, single, and then double. So, single, double, single, double, single, double, single, double. Right, so,
You know what I like
and
what you
then
did?
accent.
You know what I like? For people, because everybody learns differently, you actually said single, double, and then you match the sticks with your voice.
I was sort of surprised I could do it.
Listen, you have skills. You could do this. Could you do that again for everyone so they understand that? Like, talk through it as you play it?
All right. Single, double, single, double, single, double, single, double. It's the same thing as right, left, left, right, right. I was just telling you what was happening during that. So, one of the best people I ever studied with in terms of having devastating, great chops and technique suggested I actually start with no accent.
Right, so they're all even.
Right, just
Yeah. Even tap strokes.
like that's pretty more powerful than you might think. And then right, though. So
Okay.
Thus,
So now I
out
think
there
what we're
already.
going to do is I'll explain the next level where we could take our single paradiddle to. Okay, so Ian did an excellent job explaining the single paradiddle, and what he said, or he demonstrated, was single, double, single, double. Notice when I say single, it's only right, left, or it's only left, right. That's why it's a really good pattern to keep doing over and over. Single, double, single, double, single, double, single, double. Now I like what Ian also said about doing them as evenly as possible. That means no accented marks. But the next level of that would be to accent the first single, double, single, double. Now, it sounds like a boring exercise, but as Ian also demonstrated, you can change it now by moving your hand on the hi-hat, and then the snare, and then now what we have is what funk guys call a two-sound level concept. And then it gets kind of funky. Now it's starting to sound like something funky. So once you master the single, double, the single paradiddle, now we get into the double paradiddle. And it's easier once you say single, double, because all you're doing now is adding another set of singles. So watch how easy this is. Single, single, double, and then the other side, single, single, double. So then we just do it over and over and over ad nauseum. Single, single, double, single, single, double, single, single, double. And then you could kick it up another level and go to the triple paradiddle. Take a guess what that is. 3 sets of blank singles. So, single, 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 double, single, 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 double, single, single. Okay, and these are things that you practice over and over. You could put a practice pad on your lap, you could watch TV, and you could just sit there and go. Triple paradiddle, double paradiddle, and then the single paradiddle, and then you could come up with all kinds of weird things. So to recap, single paradiddle, single, double, over and over, double paradiddle, single, single, double, single, single, double, and the triple paradiddle, single, 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 double, single, 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 double, single, 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 double, single, 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 double, and that will be plenty for you guys to work on for, the next few weeks. So, we have our custom ordered bagel boards from Breadtopia. So the idea is, and this is burlap, by the way, and it's stapled to the top. So the way the guys did it in Brooklyn is they soaked boards in water for a long period of time, kind of like you would soak a cedar plank if you wanted to do a cedar plank salmon. Same thing. You soak the salmon boards for a long time, you put the salmon on it, and then you get the cedar flavor. Now, I'm not looking for flavor out of these. What I'm looking for is a barrier, because what's going to happen after I do the bagels, I form them, which should be really interesting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dip them in seasoning, which we'll talk about a little later, and then I'm going to put the seasoning side on the board. So, by doing that, because remember, the bagels are going to be dropped in boiled, kettled water, and they need to drain and they need to dry out. So the idea is we'll probably get, I'd say, 3 or 4 bagels, depending how I roll them, on each board. Then we're going to slip the boards in the oven, all 3 of them. So if I got 3, 6, 9, maybe I can get a dozen. And then after I keep them in the oven for about 4 minutes, I'm going to do the flip. So right now, Cha, we need to go downstairs. We need to fill up our bucket with water, and we need to let these guys soak for a couple hours. So how about you come with me into the basement?
Let's do this.
I guess you're going to follow me down there. So, bagel boards. All right, let's head on to the basement. Fortification. All right, here I come with my let's do this 5-gallon bucket, and I'm not going to tell you what big store it comes from. Haha. And we're going to go into the bathroom. Now, this bathroom has been cleaned by professionals, and you guys should know by now, I'm a bit of a safety freak. So we're going to turn on the cold water. Let me get this out of the way. And to be clear, this has been bleached and sterilized and cleansed. Okay? It's only for bagel boards. I don't use it for anything else. So I'm going to get them in there. And we're just going to let these guys soak, let them go. I guess a couple of hours will do it. And we're going to fill them up with cold water. I don't really think using hot water is a smart idea. I mean, well, they're going to get hot, but the cold water, remember, in my house is filtered. And I'm a big fan of filtering everything. So filter, filter, filter. Just to make sure, we're just going to get them all individually saturated. See that? Nice wet boards. Because you have to wet them so that I don't have to call the the firemen to come put out the fire. That's why we're soaking the boards. So I'd rather over soak them than under soak them. And once we do this, we'll continue with our next segment of Eat a Bagel.
A bagel.
Bagel.
A bagel. A bagel. A bagel.